there, fellow monsters, and welcome to one heck of a speed paint, because this one was months in the making. So I guess I should start with who the heckle all these peppers are. Standing from left to right here, let's start with Daddy Lee. Then there's two on the left floor there, Sydney and Tobias, the twins. Eden, which some of you might know as she's my oldest running character. Her brother Axel is next to her. Then next is my new OC, who, yes, he's a self-insert. His name's kind of in the air right now, sorry. In the chair is the mother, Elaine, and the little pink girly on the floor is Camilla. And then last but not least, big brother Jesse. So some of you might recognize some of those names, and if you don't, welcome to my mess. I'll start with the absolute beginning, which a majority of you might not even know. Originally, this was a single-member family with Eden. She was the only one, and she was kind of following a similar life to me at the time, with 90% more cults than lesbians. She was in college, sharing a room with her lesbian roommate. It's so bad. I was very, very in denial about myself and who and what I liked. So there were a lot of sad themes in there. Sad because I look back and I see what I was doing. A lot of denial, a lot of cries for help. Past trauma, am I right? So the original comic never saw the light of day, because a boyfriend at the time was helping me with it, and he liked to write, and it was just bad. It was all of my worst 14-year-old nightmares at 19, or however old I was. Eden has come a long, long way. Her name used to be Adana, and it was a play on my dead name. I changed it because she needed a new identity, and I loved her as a character, so I didn't want to get rid of her. And I needed a change, so I didn't get reminded of my dead name. So she's married now, and found out that she was aromantic, but she married her horrible crush Buck, because they both just didn't want to be apart. Buck is a big old horse boy that we created as an adult fun time character. Which matched completely because at that point I had resigned Eden as my default adult art character, and I made that her job, so she's an adult entertainer, and Buck is actually a nurse, funny enough. We're still working on it here and there, but that's the tiny history of Eden. The other name you probably recognized if you've been a fan of our old comic Downstairs would be Sydney. It is the same Sid you all knew, just redesigned a little bit to fit in the family better, like art-wise, the color-wise. She's still a lesbian with Jasmine the hyena, and that's still a thing. The crazy plot of their story, though, is not the same, and it probably won't be revisited. It's just because I've already talked so much about Downstairs, and I love it so much. But we really want to move on, I think. I'm forever grateful to it, because it helped birth this brand new world that me and my critter Sai are working on, and that is Alruba. Alruba is the name of the planet, and we're actively building it. Between our full-time jobs, it's a slow thing, but it's a fun thing. And I really do enjoy pouring my creativity into it, and even more, I'm excited to share more of it with all of you. It's so hard because I want to spill everyone's story, but I can't. I can give you a small insight into the family and some of the troubles they face. The Morlock family is actually a farming family. Lee started the farm after learning farming from a small husky family on the edge of his tribe's land. From there, he grew to love it. No pun intended. Maybe intended a little. So, skipping a lot of spoilers, he started his family and became a prominent farmer in the area. His farm is actually a large one on the outskirts of a city. Not all the kids love farm life, big shocker there. The only one who really loves it is the one twin, Tobias, or Toby. Toby is a dumb, sweet boy. No ABCs, only farm and chaos. He and Sydney cause a bunch of fun trouble when they're together, but Sydney still lives in her apartment with Jasmine, but she visits often. Axel is actually a history teacher for the nearby city's community college. He has a boyfriend, but that's also a secret. Mainly because it's only a wireframe of an idea, much like my new OC, so I'll be skipping him, as he's an ongoing project at this time. So then we come to Elaine, the mother. I'm sure you notice how a lot of the kids don't share her color, and that's not because, weird dog breeding or whatever. That's something else entirely. Elaine loves all of her children, regardless of how they came to be in the family, but she is very strict, and above all, very religious. So the meat of this story is actually religious trauma. The symbol she wears around her neck is actually the symbol of her god Pixis, a symbol of the great watching eye, the compass that guides them all. It's a super fun, super scary little religion that some of you saw when Downstairs was a thing, and we can't wait to dig deeper into that level of crazy. Let's see, Camilla, the little pink cutie, she is just pure and perfect, and she's the baby of the family, and so that's how it always is, right? She loves books and reading, especially magic books. She's been reading a lot of questionable literature, at least things her mother wouldn't approve of. Jessie's story is huge and sad, and I do not have time to sit here and tell all of that, so perhaps for another video, or maybe just the comic, we'll see. I've been playing with the idea of when the comic is finished, or being drawn at the very least, putting it up here on YouTube and doing a sort of dramatic reading of it, as we've kind of been dying to do something like that, and I kind of love the idea, but I do want to know what you guys think. Would you guys like a dramatic reading of our comics? Is that something that you would be interested in? Let me know what you think below. We'd love to hear your feedback. Who's your favorite in all of this? Who's your preferred pupper? Do you have a favorite agent of chaos, or are you curious about the trauma held in someone's eyes? I'm so curious. I have a few favorites all over the board, but I'm biased, so I can't have a hardcore favorite, I think. I think that's a law. I don't know. To every monster out there, thanks for your support. I appreciate every like, watch, comment, happy thought. Anything helps me realize that I can do this, and people like my doodles enough to want to be a part of this mess. I'm not where I want to be yet, but I know I can get there. So because this is such a long video, I didn't have a big script planned. I wanted to talk about my process a bit more in another video, so I don't just rush over some important steps. Let me know if there's something specific you guys want me to go over. This whole thing is kind of a journey in and of itself, so I'll pick something simpler to chat about when I do a how-to video. I'm not perfect, but I figure I can help somebody, right? So I'll stop chatting away, and I'll let you guys enjoy the music, and the rest of my insanity can just play out for you guys. I think it kind of ended up looking like one of those cheesy family photos you get at the mall or something, or you used to get at the mall, I guess. Sears? Where do people do family photos like that anymore? I don't think so. They just remind me of like the awkward family photos one, but less awkward and more, okay, this is gonna be our Christmas card. Anyway, I love it so much though. I hope you do too. Okay, enjoy. Love you.